Today we continue with chapter 2, network model. So in chapter 2, we are going to see layered task, internet model and OSI model. Okay, so before we proceed with chapter 2, let's recall back. In chapter 1, I have introduced you to the basic idea of data communication. We have learned about a few types of data flow, about network topologies, advantages and disadvantages of each topology, the three types of network, okay, LAN, MAN, WAN, about protocol, okay, de jure, de facto, okay, about the elements of protocol, syntax, semantic, timing, and so on. Okay, so those things are the basics of data communication. So today we are going to see the network model. So network model, before we go in details about network model, we have to see the layered task. Okay, what is meant by layered task? Okay, so actually data communication is based on layered task. Okay, so to understand the layered task, okay, so to understand the basic layered task in data communication, first we have to see the analogy. Okay, so ni adalah analogy. If we consider sending a mail manually, okay, so we have sender, we have receiver. Okay, saya bagi analogi bila kita nak hantar surat secara manual. Okay, first apa yang you buat, contoh you nak hantar surat kepada kawan, you akan tulis surat, you akan masukkan surat tu dalam sampul, you seal the envelope, and then what you write the receiver's name, his or her address, then you put stamp. Okay, so that is the first step from you as the sender. So the letter is written, put in an envelope and drop in a mailbox. Then you bawa surat tu pergi ke mailbox ataupun post office. Okay, so next step, the letter is carried from the mailbox to a post office. Okay, kalau surat tu you letak dekat mailbox kat tepi-tepi jalan, mungkin postman akan bawa surat tu pergi ke post office. Then the next step, the letter is delivered to a carrier by the post office. Okay, so kalau let's say that letter is for someone outside Kelantan, contohnya you tulis surat tu untuk kawan yang berada di KL ke, jadi surat tu akan dihantar kepada carrier agency untuk dibawa ke negeri yang sepatutnya lah. Okay, so next then the parcel is carried from the source to the destination. Maksudnya daripada carrier di negeri Kelantan ni, carrier agency di Kelantan akan bawa surat tu pergi ke KL, kalau contohnya surat untuk someone in KL. So the letter is delivered from the carrier to the post office. Okay, carrier agency tadi akan hantar kepada post office di KL. And then the letter is carried from the post office to the mailbox. Okay, and postman tu akan hantar surat tu ke mailbox of your friends, and then the letter is picked up by your friends, removed from the envelope and read by your friend. Okay, so kalau kita tengok di sini, okay, we have seen here, even if we are sending mail to a friend, it has to go through a few layers. Okay, this is known as layered task. So samalah analoginya bila kita nak hantar data melalui sistem data communication. Okay, sama juga dia akan melalui layered task seperti ini. Okay, cuma namanya mungkin berbeza. So we move to the internet model. So the layered task used in data communication system is known as internet model. So we have 5 layers internet model. The layered protocol stack that is used for data communications and networking. So sometimes it is called the TCP IP protocol suite. Internet model ni juga dipanggil sebagai TCP IP protocol suite. Okay, what is TCP? Transmission Control Protocol Internet Protocol. Okay. So you can see here, based on this figure, we have 5 layers of internet model or TCP/IP protocol suite. Okay, on the top we have application layer, then followed by transport layer, going down network layer, data link layer, and physical layer. Okay. So as the message travels from A to B, it may pass through many intermediate nodes. Okay, so kalau satu message travel daripada satu device, satu komputer ke satu device, whatever device, ke satu device yang lain, dia akan melalui a few intermediate nodes. Samalah juga dengan analogi bila kita hantar surat to a friend, okay, melalui post, surat tu akan melalui banyak pihak, okay, post office, courier ataupun carrier agency, okay, postman dan sebagainya. Okay, so analoginya lebih kurang sama dengan internet model. Okay, so the intermediate nodes involve only the first 3 layers. Okay, which are the first 3 layers? First 3 layers yang dimaksudkan adalah physical layer, data link layer, and network layer. These are 3 first layer in internet model. Physical layer, data link layer, and network layer. Okay, intermediate nodes hanya terlibat dalam 3 layer ini sahaja. Okay, so samalah macam kita hantar surat, postman hanya terlibat dalam membawa surat itu sahaja, tetapi tidak terlibat dalam membuka dan membuka sampul dan membaca isi kandungan surat tu. Okay, so analoginya lebih kurang dengan intermediate model. Okay, so each layer defines a family of functions distinct from those of the other layers. Setiap layer dia ada fungsi tertentu. Okay, samalah macam bila kita hantar surat secara mail tadi, secara post tadi, setiap layer post office dia ada responsibility dia, postman ada responsibility dia, courier, carrier agency pun ada fungsi dia yang tersendiri. Okay, so within a single machine, each layer calls upon the services of the layer just below it. For example, layer 3, okay, layer 3, network layer, okay, layer 3, use services provided by layer 2 and provide services for layer 4. Setiap layer akan menggunakan services daripada layer yang di bawahnya dan menyediakan perkhidmatan ataupun services to a layer above it. Maksudnya, contoh network layer, dia akan menggunakan servis daripada data link layer dan network layer ni akan menyediakan perkhidmatan untuk transport layer. Okay. So between machines, layer X on one machine communicates with layer X on another machine. Okay. Okay, contohnya sebagai analogi macam ni. Okay. Setiap layer akan berkomunikasi dengan di sebelah sender. Setiap layer di sebelah sender akan berkomunikasi dengan layer yang sama di sebelah receiver. Contohnya post office di sebelah sender akan menyediakan information tertentu untuk post office di sebelah receiver. Okay. So samalah juga dengan kita punya internet model. Okay. Layer X on one machine communicate with layer X on another machine. Okay. So kalau macam kita bagi analogi, post office, kalau kita hantar surat, kita di Kelantan, kawan di KL, okay, contohnya post office di sebelah sender akan chop. Okay, maksudnya menerima daripada sender pada hari tertentu. Kemudian post office di sebelah receiver akan chop juga waktu penerimaan di sebelah post office di sebelah receiver. Okay, maksudnya information sama-sama layer tertentu akan communicate sesama mereka. Okay. So that is internet model. Okay. So the processes on each machine that communicate at a given layer are called peer-to-peer process. Okay. Okay, kalau you tengok sini, physical layer akan communicate dengan physical layer sebelah. Okay, device A is the sender, device B is the receiver. So each layer will use the information given by the same layer or provided by the same layer. Okay. Okay. More details about peer-to-peer processes. At the physical layer, communication is direct. Okay, device A sends a stream of bits to device B. At the higher layers, communication must move down through the layers on device A over to device B and then back up through the layers. Each layer in the sending device adds its own information to the message it received from the layer just above it and pass the whole package to the layer just below it. Okay, kalau kita tengok daripada gambar ni, communication from device A to device B has to pass through the intermediate nodes. Dan communication di peringkat layer paling bawah iaitu physical layer, communication tu berlaku secara direct antara physical layer device A dan physical layer pada intermediate node. Okay, ini adalah simbol router. Okay. Okay, at the higher layers, communication must move down through the layers on device A over to device B and then back up through the layers. Okay, maksudnya hanya communication di peringkat physical layer sahaja yang direct. Okay, network layer dengan network layer device A dan network layer intermediate node the communication is not direct because dia perlu melalui turun daripada network layer di device A ke data link layer, physical layer. Kemudian pergi ke physical layer, data link layer, network layer naik dan kemudian pass ke sini, turun balik, pass. Akhirnya sehingga sampai di receiver. Okay. Jadi hanya communication di peringkat physical layer sahaja yang direct. Okay, yang lain tu has to go through other layers. Okay. And then each layer in the sending device adds its own information to the message it received from the layer just above it and pass the whole package to the layer just below it. Okay, this setiap layer, okay, I will show you the figure. Okay, L5 stands for layer 5 data. So layer 5 data, okay, data asal akan ditambah dengan H5 pada layer 5. H5 tu adalah header. Okay, header. So, the data at layer 5 together with the header at layer 5 will be sent to layer 4. Okay. Then, layer 4 data will be added with header 4. And then, will be sent down to layer 3. Okay, then at layer 3, header will be added again. Okay. The data at layer 3 combined with the header at layer 3 will be sent to layer 2. Okay, at layer 2 we have header 2 and then trailer 2. Okay, so as you can see here, every layer will add its own information to the original data. So samalah macam kita hantar surat, konten asal tu daripada receiver, okay, dimasukkan ke dalam sampul. Okay, step pertama, layer pertama masuk dalam sampul. Kemudian bila di post office, kita akan letakkan stamp. Kemudian post office akan chop. Okay, dan mungkin akan ada lagi info lain yang ditambah bila katalah surat tu ataupun parcel tu perlu dihantar melalui courier. Pihak courier akan tambah lagi added information there. Okay, jadi kita nampak di setiap layer tu berlaku pertambahan maklumat pada data asal. Kalau analogi tadi macam surat, ditambah sampul, ditambah stamp dan sebagainya. Dan bila sampai kepada receiver akhir, okay, final destination receiver, kawan you, surat yang you hantar pada kawan tadi, kawan you cuma akan ambil content sahaja. Dia akan buang lah biasanya. Sampul, stem semua tu dia tak akan ambil. So samalah juga dengan analogi untuk internet model ni. Kalau you tengok, data tu, data asal akan ditambah dengan header di setiap layer dan juga di layer tu, data link layer akan ditambah dengan trailer. Okay. Trailer, Trailer, trailer. Okay. Dan dihantar melalui transmission medium. Okay, ditukarkan ke dalam bentuk daripada binary ni, bentuk binary, bit stream. Okay, kemudian dihantar melalui transmission medium dalam bentuk signal. Okay, nanti chapter 3 kita akan belajar tentang signal. Okay, dan naik dan sampai ke sebelah receiver. Sampai ke sebelah receiver, data tadi slowly akan dibuang dia punya header dan trailer. Finally, bila sampai pada receiver, when the data reach at the receiver will get only the original data. So, samalah dengan analogi kawan you tadi, hanya akan ambil content surat sahaja dan akan buang sampul semua. Okay. Okay. Okay, this is what I have explained just now. At each layer, a header can be added to the data unit. At layer 2, a trailer is added as well. Okay. This one I have explained just now. When the formatted data unit pass through the physical layer, it is changed into an electromagnetic signal and transported along the physical link. Okay, data dalam komputer kita adalah dalam bentuk digital, biasanya binary 1001. Tetapi bila hendak dihantar melalui transmission medium, okay, the bit stream, the digital data will be converted to signal. Okay, that one we will study in details in chapter 3 and 4. Okay, sebab apa? Sebab transmission medium tidak dapat menerima binary data untuk masuk dalam kabel. Okay, of course, nombor tak boleh masuk dalam kabel, dia mesti ditukarkan ke dalam bentuk electromagnetic wave, dalam bentuk signal. Okay, next, we move to, okay, this one. Okay. Okay, each layer in the sending device adds its own information. Yang ni yang maksudnya header tadi, to the message it received from the layer just above it and pass the whole package to the layer just below it. Maksudnya daripada layer 5 akan tambah information. Kemudian data yang telah ditambah information tadi dihantar ke layer 4. Maksudnya length of the data is increased at each layer. Layer 4 akan tambah lagi header dan begitulah seterusnya. Okay. So each layer in the sending device adds its own information to the message it received from the layer just above it and pass the whole package to the layer just below it. Okay, at layer 1, the entire package is converted to a form. Layer 1 tadi yang physical layer tadi. Okay, is converted to a form that can be transferred to the receiving device. Ni yang saya tunjuk tadi. Okay, data dalam bentuk binary ditukarkan ke signal sebelum dihantar melalui kabel. So at the receiving machine, the message is unwrapped layer by layer. Unwrapped layer by layer ni maksudnya dibuang header yang ditambah di sebelah sender tadi akan dibuang layer by layer. Okay. So layer 2 remove the data main void, then passes the rest to layer 3. Layer 3 then move the data main void and pass the rest to layer 4 and so on. Okay, next we see the organization of layers. Okay, 5 layers can be divided into 3 subgroups. Okay, we have network support layers. So network support layers consists of layer 1, layer 2 and layer 3, which are physical layer, data link layer and network layer. So these network support layers deal with the physical aspect of moving data from one device to another, such as electrical specification, okay, physical connection, okay, kabel jenis apa, kelajuan dia, physical addressing and transport timing and reliability issue. Then second subgroup is transport layer. Transport layer is layer 4 only. Transport layer links the two subgroups. Okay, subgroup network support layer dengan user support layer, and ensures that what that lower layers have transmitted is in a form that the upper layers can use. Okay, transport layer ni akan menjadi intermediate bagi network layer, support layer dan user support layer, menjadi orang tengah antara dua support layer ni. Okay, dan memastikan data dalam bentuk yang boleh diterima oleh network support layer. Dan antara dua ni lah, okay, compatibility of data. Then user support layers is layer 5, application layer, allows interoperability among unrelated software system. Okay, contohnya kalau user ni guna Gmail, yang ni guna Yahoo, guna whatever type of software, different type of software, but they still can receive the same email. Okay, contohnya you guna Yahoo, kawan you guna Gmail, still you hantar email to your friend, that email can be received by him or her, though both of you use different software. Okay, this one done. Okay, this one done also. I have explained. Okay, this one also I have explained. Upon reaching its destination, the signal pass into layer 1 and is transformed back into digital form. Okay, data yang tadinya dalam bentuk digital ditukar ke dalam bentuk elektromagnetic signal, masuk ke kabel. Bila sampai ke sebelah receiver, dia akan ditukarkan kembali ke dalam bentuk binary. Okay. So the data units then move back up through the layers. Dia akan naik lah daripada physical layer ke data link layer, ke network layer, transport layer and application layer. Okay, as each block of data reach the next higher layer, the headers and trailers attached to it at the corresponding sending layer are removed. So kita boleh tengok, you can see here, all the headers and trailers will be removed at each layer. So by the time it reaches layer 5, the message is again in a form appropriate to the application and is made available to the recipient. Bila sampai ke sebelah receiver akan hanya dapat original data only.